We are back. It has been 20 days since I showed you guys the potato seed setup, and I'm excited. I'm excited to show you. Some are doing better than others. They're all sprouted. I did cheat, I did look. I have been babysitting them pretty well. There were maybe 3 or 4 days in there that I forgot to water them. They're doing fine. So I'm gonna show you the big reveal. Here we have the red Pontiac. So we'll show you those first. These are the best looking ones. But I will say they're stringier than I would like them to be. They were, that is longer than an inch. And our goal was an inch, if you'll remember. And they need to go in the ground for sure. So we are gonna cut these either, I don't know if I'll have time today or tomorrow, but that is my plan. They've definitely started to get some fuzz on them, which I don't know if that's mold or what. But either way, they have sprouted. Here, I'll get you a closer look to the box here. I mean, all of it is just going to town right there. So that's the Pontiacs. And then we have, what were these again? Yukon Gold for these in the back. And these sprouted, but definitely not even close to the sprouting situation of the red. I mean, look at that. You see a bunch of white stuff, and then you see, oh, there's some white stuff, but not as much. So I'll give you a close-up of one on top here. This is really the length I'm looking for. And the red Pontiacs we're on day 20 since I started this process. The Pontiacs were probably in this state day 10, easy. I don't know if it was the breed. I don't know if it was just the potatoes themselves. I don't know if it's just these, like the placement in the room. I don't know. But either way, that was the performance. All right, and then our last one is the Kennebec White. I'll show you those. These are like perfect. They're not too much, they're not too little. These are just right. So I'll show you these. Yeah, and then we'll just grab one of these guys. I'll show you. It's a good length. My concern though is, okay, so my next step is cutting, right? My concern is that, like, here's the potato. What am I gonna cut? I don't know that I can cut anything because the goal is to have at least 3 of these eyes sprouted on each cut. So I don't, like, this is a big potato. That's a big potato. I don't think I can cut it. And a lot of them are like that. Maybe this one I could maybe cut once. Maybe, but they seem to be all focused on one side. And I'm thinking maybe next time I should rotate them occasionally. But my concern with, like flipping, but my concern was I was gonna break these off if I touch them too much. So like this one, same thing. I don't know that I can cut this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have Brent look at them. Like, I don't know that I can cut this. I don't know. And this is a big butt potato to not, my face, to not cut. And I was hoping to at least double, if not triple, the seeds for each of these breeds. So I'm taking you along for the journey, but I did want to show you an update. This is 20 days. I let these go a little too long just because simply the ground isn't ready. We've had a lot of rain, it's full of mud, and Brent likes to do the St. Patrick's Day old wives' tale. There we go, old wives' tale, where that's the day that you plant potatoes. And it seems like weather-wise, it's gonna line up with that. So next year, I guess I could take note and maybe not start this sprouting process until 10 days out from my anticipated date in the ground. I don't know. I'm learning, but I do like that there has been success. I mean, mission accomplished. I wanted to sprout potatoes in my house in a controlled environment, and I did it. They don't look like what I expected, and I don't know that I'm gonna be able to cut them, but we'll see. Okay, I've got my setup. I've got an old cutting board, a knife, and the red Pontiac potatoes. So we're just gonna cut and I'll take you along on the journey. Oh, I've already broken one. Just makes me nervous. Yeah, I'm so nervous about. Here we go. We got our first cut. There are at least 3 eyes on each one. So I'll do a little speed up video so you can watch me work. I'm not gonna cut this one because it's just so small and there's not enough eyes. I'm trying to get at least 3 on each slice. So we're just gonna keep this one. So like on this one, it's super big, but all of the sprouts are on one end of it. However, these are all eyes, these little purple things. So, I mean, they will eventually sprout. So I'm gonna cut it in half because this is huge. I just cut this one. Something tells me that's probably not gonna pan out for me, but we're gonna proceed. Okay, so I'm done cutting the red Pontiac. I'm going to lay these out on cardboard, which is right next to me on the floor, and I will count them. Okay. Okay, so I will have 75 plants going into the ground, and I think it was like 63 are cut. One of them I cut into thirds. Either way, quick math, let's say like this is like 10. I started off with about 40 potatoes, and we're almost doubling. Almost doubling. So I say that's pretty good. I was really nervous cutting. But then you just gotta go for it. Rip that Band-Aid. So we're gonna finish up the rest of the potatoes, and I think we're gonna need some more cardboard. That's for sure. Oh, I know that I said something about these crates earlier, and so I'm gonna show you how it folds down. They're really cool. Just use a little bit of muscle, not much. That was a bit more dramatic than it probably needed to be. So those sides fold in, and then these long sides, and look how skinny that is. And they're stackable. See? They're very cool. All right, next up is Yukon Gold. Wish me luck. See, like on this one, it is clearly rotted, molded something. So I'm thinking I just cut that part off. Yeah. It was definitely a wound of some kind. So just put that in the trash. Okay. So for Yukon Gold, I only cut basically 3 potatoes. These just don't have a lot of eyes on them. It's got to be a breed thing, right? Or a type, or I don't know. It's just, it's puzzling. So I want to count them. Okay, oddly, pretty much the same number of red Pontiacs that I got with all the cuts and stuff, even without cutting, that's pretty much the same amount that I have here with the Yukon Gold. So I should still have about the same amount of plants. All right, last but not least, Kennebec White. I think I'm probably gonna have the same struggle as the Yukon Gold, where it's gonna be hard to find cuttable potatoes, but we'll go for it. See guys, this one's moldy on the top too. It's where all the little sprouts are, so that's a bummer. Ooh, and it was sitting right next to this one. Yeah, this one's just trash. Okay, so it was like 70, let's say 70-ish of the red Pontiac, 70-ish of the Yukon Gold, and then I've got about 60 something of this Kennebec White. I might be able to squeeze off a few more cuts, but I think we'll call that good. So I'll lay these out, and then I will catch you right back up. Okay, so we are done for today. I will show you what I've got on the floor here. Got the red Pontiac. Where's my finger at? There we go, red Pontiac. Up front here is the Yukon Gold, and then the back is the Kennebec White. So these should only take about 2 days to scab over. I've got the air flowing in here. I think I'll close the curtain. There's a curtain in front of me, behind you. And I'll just come in and check on them. I'm not gonna put any wet rags over them anymore. The goal is to dry them out. So we'll check back in a few days and see what happens.